Okay, so in the last video I did a basic enemy setup, and I also worked on the crouching behind the box so that the player can't be detected if he's behind if he's crouching behind some sort of object like a box. But there's a couple things that I changed. So number one, in calculating the rotation angle of this rotator that's attached to the player, that's constantly following the player. Originally I used this piece of code, but this is incorrect. I have to use this one, vector3 rotator direction, and it's calculated by taking the player location and subtracting the rotator transform position and then normalizing it. And another thing that I added was this piece of code. Before I only had an if and an else if statement, but I added a third else if. So these two calculates, well, this one calculates 45 to 180, and this one calculates minus 45 to minus 180. So I think this was important to be more specific. But both of these are player in range is set to false. So these are the two things that I changed from the last tutorial. So if I play now, it works perfectly. So if I walk around, obviously you can see me and he aims at me. But as soon as I crouch, he can't see me anymore. So if I go all the way around, if I'm within angle, I stand up, you can see me. But as soon as I'm out of the 45-degree angle, oh wait, go here. So if I'm way out of that 45-degree angle, then I can come here, and he sees me again once I'm within that range. As soon as I crouch, he doesn't detect me anymore. So the thing that I want to work on for this video is some splines, so that he can move around the spline, like in this situation here where I'm not detected. He needs something else to do besides just like standing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him patrol around a spline. But before I do that, if Unity doesn't have a spline functionality by default, so you have to get it from the package manager. So you go to the package manager, and then with the what's it called, Unity registry selected, go check for spline. And should be any minute now. So I've already installed it. If you haven't installed it, you just press install, and once it's installed, you can start creating splines. So I'll create one to start off. So right click, and this spline option appears, and you start off by drawing the spline that you want. So I'll draw a spline here, and I'll go start here, and I just basically just click, and it just by default it just snaps to whatever ground plane there is, I guess. So it's pretty simple. I'll just do a simple circle. So with that, it's all done. You just press enter. So what you want to do is, with that spline created, select the object or the character that you want to move around the spline. For me, it's the enemy troop. So with the enemy troop selected, I'm going to add a component. And it's going to be called. I'm going to look for spline animate, and I need to open it up. And the first thing that it asks for is the spline that I just created. So I drag and drop the spline into this field, and the duration is how long it takes for him to go around. So by default it's 1 second, which is way too fast. So I'm going to put like 20 seconds. But I don't want him to, obviously, if I play this now, he's going to automatically go around it, and I have him walking. I have the animation, the walk animation playing by default when the player is not detected. So he's patrolling, but the problem is once he sees me, he keeps on moving on the spline. And once he sees me again, let's see if I crouch. Yeah, if I'm not visible. So the only problem is he keeps on moving while he's aiming, which is what I want to change. So I'm going to have to do that in script. So I go into the enemy troop script, and I'm going to start off by going using Unity engine dot splines, and from there I'm going to create a couple of variables. Public spline animate, and I want to call it spline animator, and right away I think I'm just going to create one. Yeah, I'm just going to do one variable for now. Right away in the start function, spline animator is going to be equal to get components spline animate. So which is basically this component here. So all I need to do with this spline animator is when player is detected, then the spline animator is pause. So it's on pause. And if he's not detected, then he keeps on walking around the spline. So this is play. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to compile and go back into the editor. Why is it not letting me go back? Okay, there we go. So if I hit play, he's walking around, and as soon as he sees me, he stops and aims, which is awesome. And he rotates as I move, but as soon as I crouch, he's back patrolling again because he can't see me. And I just want to make sure, so I'll just go over here, I'll stand up. Oh, he's not detecting me. There we go. So if I go all the way over here, and let's just say I crouch again, there we go, he can't see me. But obviously I need to refine that because when he sees me and then I crouch again, he shouldn't just start patrolling again. He should have, you know, like some curiosity, and maybe he'll come home closer to check for a bit, and after some time maybe he can start patrolling again. But that's a more refined version. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this. This is all I wanted to do for this video. So hopefully you found that useful, and please stay tuned for more videos because I'll be working on this a lot more. Thanks.